What's up guys? In this video, I'm going to show you an Etsy seller that's making money hand over fist, breaking the rules. Now, they're making money for a period of time. It probably will not last forever, but it's a little bit of an interesting story because somebody shared this with me, and I'm going to show you this seller, what they're selling, and how they're basically making $100 markup per sale. The person who shared this with me actually reported them to Etsy, and I'm going to share with you what Etsy did about it in response to that report. So let's get right to it. Real quick reminder, in the description, you'll find a link to my free print-on-demand mini course and my print-on-demand Facebook group. So check those out. All right, so the person who shared this with me, they went to Etsy and they searched for antique bracelets. Now I put the word antique in quotes because what I'm about to show you is going to reveal that they are not actually antique bracelets. They're more or less just little trinkets that you can find on Alibaba, but you can see here that this Etsy shop with 56,000 sales and this bracelet in over 20 people's carts, ranging based on size from $86 to $106, can actually be found on Alibaba right now for $1 to $6. Okay? Yes, you heard that correctly. This bracelet here that's selling for between $86 and $106 is on Alibaba for between $1 and $6. Now, I'm going to share with you why I think this is breaking Etsy's rules, okay? Also, before I do that, just another example of a seller, star seller, 5,100 sales, doing the exact same thing here with the different style bracelet. They're charging $37, and this bracelet is available with basically the same picture on Alibaba for between $1.50 to $3. So absolutely massive markup. But here's the thing. If you go to Etsy and read the house rules, it says that this is their handmade policy, all right? Handmade on Etsy is a spectrum. On one end, we have makers, sellers who literally making items with their own hands. On the other end, we have designers, sellers who design their items but rely entirely on an outside assistance or another business to help physically produce them. That's like us, the print-on-demand sellers. Many handmade sellers fall in the middle of the spectrum because they're both making and designing their items. Regardless of where you fall in the spectrum, you must be transparent about who is helping you and how your items are being made. Everything listed as handmade must be made and or designed by you, the seller. Reselling is prohibited in the handmade category. You may also have shop members who help you run your business as long as you, okay, so what I was told was that this was in the handmade category and they were misrepresenting their products by basically marketing them as handmade when in fact they are, pretty obviously drop shipping them from Alibaba. If not drop shipping, they're ordering them and then just fulfilling them themselves. Reselling, so here's a little bit more on Etsy's house rules on reselling. Reselling is selling an item that you, the seller, did not make or design. Etsy's marketplace includes handmade items, vintage items, and craft supplies. Reselling is only allowed in the vintage and craft supplies category. And then here's the thing, right? Like it's kind of a vintage looking bracelet, but it's not a true vintage bracelet because they're being manufactured today. At least I may misunderstand this, but it certainly looks like they're breaking the rules in some way, shape, or form and just making an absolute ton of money. Here we go. So just one last from Etsy's Help Center. Makers. So a maker is a seller who physically makes the items listed for sale in their shop. Designers. A designer is a seller who came up with the original design, pattern, sketch, template, prototype, or plan to be produced in-house by shop members or a production partner. So there's definitely a gap between makers and designers. And in the case of just drop shipping something, I guess you're neither, right? Because you're not designing it and you're not making it. So I'm pretty sure that goes against Etsy's rules. But when Etsy received a report from the person who shared this with me, they didn't do anything about it. So I don't know. It's just weird, man. As we all know how finicky Etsy can be to print on demand sellers, where you can be on the receiving end of a report where you didn't actually do anything wrong. Somebody's just filing a frivolous report to get, hopefully get somebody else removed, and that person they're targeting, again, didn't have to do anything wrong. And they will not do anything to help us print on demand sellers. But when somebody's just drop shipping little trinket bracelets from China and lying about the quality of them, Etsy gets a report, they don't do anything. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, there's people making, but what's crazy is how much money some of these shops are making. Because if we decided to do this exact same thing today and undercut these other shops, I doubt we'd make anywhere close to as much money. So it kind of makes you wonder, right? It kind of makes you wonder because they're getting such favorable placement from the algorithm, which is letting them move the volume they're moving of these, knockoff bracelets. And I mean, again, the markup they're making is just astonishing. It's in some cases, selling a $6 bracelet for $106. So it's interesting, guys. It's interesting. I guess for what it's worth too, the pricing on Alibaba can be a little bit misleading. They often advertise a lower price or basically the lowest price possible if you were to order like a mass quantity. Otherwise, you may pay twice as much. But in this case, twice as much would still be a huge profit margin. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I certainly doubt this is a unique case, but it was such a transparent one because it was like, they're selling on Etsy here, and here's where you find it on Alibaba, and there's a $100 gap between the two, which is pretty astounding. So yeah. Guys, thanks for watching. Please check out my full print-on-demand course if you want to learn my white hat way, not breaking the rules, to make a real income from print-on-demand over a long enough time horizon. This can definitely replace a lot of full-time incomes if you want to replicate my method, because my method itself is for sure doing that, at least in my case. And I show you exactly how I do it. And I have a private community where I go live and do office hours every single week. If you want to work with me, that's the easiest, most cost-effective way. The link's in the description. It's 40% off. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video.